Hi, so for me and Alonzo's project, we decided to do the speech at Cooper's Union. So what we have to remember is in 1850, slavery was a very hot topic. It was dividing the North and South. The North were against slavery and the South were for slavery. Now, the South was so for it that they decided they wanted to be in many other territories. So now, let's fast forward to 1859. There was a radical abolitionist named John Brown who wanted slavery to end and end fast. So he decided he would take 21 of his followers and raid the Harper's Ferry in the middle of the night. The goal was to steal weapons and start an armed slavery revolt to put an end to the establishment of slavery. But in the end, he ended up failing and was charged with treason and was hung December 2nd, 1859. Now Lincoln knew you couldn't conquer slavery that way. So Alonzo, what happened in 1860?
At this time, a new presidential election was upon us. The Republicans were ready to move away from the radical move of John Brown, but still did not want slavery to expand. During all of this chaos, Abraham Lincoln had been in the running to obtain a nomination for president. Lincoln recognized that Brown had a lot of courage and good moral views in trying to stop the continuation and growth of slavery, but did not believe in doing it against the law of the government. He stated, "Old John Brown is hung," and he knew anyone else that tried to stop slavery the way he did would end up the same way, dead and not being able to do anything anymore.
Lincoln's speech at Cooper's Union had put him on the map and won the hearts of many people. On February 26, 1860, Lincoln made a bold move against his opponent, New York Senator William Seward, and gave a speech at the Cooper Union in New York City. His speech thrilled New Yorkers. His speech destroyed all the bad reviews about the Republican Party and all the gossip that was made up about them. He reminded everyone of what the founders' views were on slavery and expressed that the Republicans believed these exact same views. He stood firm that black Republicans were not radicals.
The controversy was that the North believed they were right and the South believed they were right too. As wrong as it sounds, we can leave the states that have slaves alone for the moment. But he asked the people, should we give up our votes that can prevent slavery? Can we allow slavery to spread in other territories and overrun us in these free territories? Let us not be diverted by those sophisticated gimmicks to sway our thoughts. William Seward, his opponent, did not have such fluency in expression. Plus, Lincoln used the Bible in his text, which made him less dangerous for the people to view him as a radical Republican leader. This speech was critical for his campaign.
Abraham Lincoln wins the election. When votes were counted in November, Lincoln swept the North with 180 electoral college votes, and you only need 152 to win. Abraham Lincoln becomes the 16th president of the United States of America. This election is listed as the most important election in all of American history. Lincoln had made an immediate impact, 7 states succeeding. Even with a threat against his own life, cartoonists making fun of him, Lincoln stated, "If I can help save the world and it causes me to lose my own life, I'd rather be assassinated on the spot than ever surrender." Lincoln made his way to the podium, sharpshooters on every building, and was sworn in March 4th, 1861. Lincoln's election started an immediate movement for the eruption of the American Civil War. The South did not like that Lincoln had become president of the United States. They were against setting slaves free and banning additional states from making slavery legal. This war was listed as one of the bloodiest ever, and yet it was for moral beliefs about setting slaves free. Lincoln was the first Republican president elected. He led the victory of the Civil War and began to put an end to slavery.
This topic shapes America because it was the beginning of a new era. Human beings were going to be set free and no longer have to live a brutal, inhumane lifestyle under slavery. This meant education could begin for those that were stricken from learning. Lincoln was a leader who successfully executed the Civil War to protect our nation. His influence and guided hope in the passing of the 13th Amendment, which ended slavery in America. He also believed it set an example for the rest of the world that man was created equal like the founders believed. We are grateful for President Abraham Lincoln. We feel God put him into place to make a change in history. His knowledge and education from being a lawyer and his belief in who and how America was built gave him the courage to take on the tasks he did. He will always be remembered for his heroic leadership with the Union during the Civil War. Yet for us, the most important was the driving force to put in place the Emancipation Proclamation that eventually ended slavery. Thank you for watching, kids. I'll see you the next time.